Hey folks, Scott here with this week's self-storage quick tip. I've had a lot of students ask in the past to avoid paying high property taxes and also to maybe get some easier financing or some owner financing. They've asked, hey Scott, would you buy the LLC rather than forming a new LLC and then getting financing? The reason why is, well, mostly on the tax end. Let's talk about it from a tax savings standpoint. Let's say you're buying a facility for $1 million and the assessed value currently is $500,000. Well, upon the sale of that facility, when they report that to the county, it may trigger a tax assessment depending upon the county that you're involved in. But if you buy the LLC, that doesn't show up. It's under the radar, and so there is no tax reassessment. So if you're going to buy just an LLC rather than buying the property outright in a traditional transaction, there's a couple of things that you need to look out for. First of all, hire a CPA to audit the financials, just to make sure that everything that is stated in the offering memorandum is true and accurate for the business itself. Secondly, if at all possible, you may want to work in the business, work at the facility, or have one of your employees work at the facility just so you can verify the operations and that what you're buying is truly what you're getting. 3, make sure that all the federal and state documents transfer from one LLC to the next. And then 4, include an indemnification clause that releases you from any liabilities that happened as of the date that you actually purchased that LLC from anybody coming back and trying to sue you for anything that the previous owner would have done. Now that brings up the biggest sticking point for me. I've never bought an LLC, and that's something that I wouldn't explore because I still think that for myself, being very conservative, I think you open yourself up to liability, the liabilities of the past owner and what may have happened in that LLC. And then secondly is the exit strategy. What happens when you get ready to go sell the facility and somebody's going to see that the taxes are going to go up for them? Are they going to want to buy that LLC for the same reasons, because they're a little bit afraid of the liability and they just want to make a clean transaction? Well, they may shy away because now they see that the value is even higher. If you're going to sell it for $1.2 million and the assessed value is only $500,000. So if you continue to kick the can down the road, somebody is going to have to pay for that tax increase eventually at some point, and that may preclude you from selling that facility. So myself personally, I can't recommend buying an LLC versus the traditional route, with the recommended route of having to deep cross the table, setting up a new LLC, and financing in the new LLC's name. So with that, this has been Scott Meyers with this week's self-storage quick tip. For more information, free information, videos, downloads, ebooks, head on over to selfstorageinvesting.com. We'll see you over there.